This is London with MarketHedge. Let's pay attention. The 4 hourly on Bitcoin. You guys got it right. That RSI paid. Nice hit off of the oversold turf. You see on the right-hand side. Remember, this is London, former hedge fund owner, private, non-SEC, not financial advice, dealing with risky business in terms of trading and leverage on Bitcoin. I love it. It's a perfect time to be trading, in my opinion. Now, let's talk about the trades yesterday. Currently, we're in the money. $30,000 on this end. This is a $30,000 in the profit, $28K right now. It's been a little bit more, a little bit less. I decided to let it kind of grind up and hopefully reach that specific target. And congrats to anyone who went ahead and entered along with me yesterday when I brought you the trade. In terms of that $117,000 preceding flat bottom support, that was our target to the upside, right? And in terms of that, we did get a nice pickup on that, not only the 4 hourly, but let's talk about that descending line of support. You got it right. So as we see RSI on the right-hand side, and let's just look at this in terms of MarketHedge Pro, you're seeing the different returns, live returns from the different trades that I've entered. At some point very soon, these will have all of your trade returns live, okay? We'll be able to rank this and show this either to you individually or we can show it to everybody. So I'm excited about this. As you see, 28K, 18K. What's this? Just different trades we've entered, guys. 135K. I brought you all these trades just like I brought you the one yesterday. So nice to see that you're in the money. If you went ahead and stacked, I'm impressed because you had to do it by hand. That's where MarketHedge comes into play. Now, I stacked in orders, you guys know, right down to this level, 114,694. You saw that live, right? In terms of that, look at this, just perfect. Now, you'll notice many times it looks like it's coming down perfectly to pick up my specific orders. This is liquidity for the market. So to the extent that you ever see like a near perfect behavior of the market coming down, picking up orders, or going up and picking up shorts, yeah, it does tend to happen. It is liquidity in the market. It was a nice spread. We agree with that. And it was also a nice confluence. Let's not diminish the importance of this line, which we called out. And it seemed a little bit aggressive, didn't it? You guys know I said, man, if we could get this, and I said the most aggressive line you could find to the downside, that's where the money line is, right? That's where the value consideration is. And look at that, boom, boom, boom. And if you hit into that line, congratulations. A little bit tricky. That's on the hourly, right? On the hourly line chart, seemed to work out just perfectly. So those are a number of orders. Let's just go over them real quickly so you understand the concept here. 30 orders were entered, and what were they? 500 leverage, $150 margin each. Now, that's not a lot in terms of each order, but when you have 150 margin at 500, they're about 500 leverage. When you're talking about multiple orders that are already $1,000 plus in the money, just scrolling through the $1,000 plus in the money down to 900, 800, that adds up. So it's nice, and it can be compounded, just so that you guys know it can be compounded. You can definitely trade heavier than this. This started as a $10,000 account. What was it, a couple weeks ago? So it's built up. Free margin right now is 52K. So yeah, we could ring the bell right now. I may do that so that I can enter into another trade with you guys soon. Do I have higher expectations? Yes, I have a specific line of resistance to the upside, part of this volatility equation that everybody's looking at. Would it kill me to go ahead and take and to try and find the next trade with you guys? No, it wouldn't. So let's go ahead and close the trades. Let's see how this works. In terms of, let's confirm all those trades are going to close. Ba-boom. There we go. Raked it in. Now that $10,000 account is up at, what is this, 56K? Nice returns, guys. It's just slow. What do they say? Slow goes. Slow goes it. But recognize this is just such a risky business, right? It is a risky business. It's risky enough that I would push further and further and further and further, but it's nice for you guys to see a take. So an entry and a take and a $10,000 account. You know, some other accounts have been wasted through, 25K we blew through 2 weeks ago, right? But on the whole, we're doing well. As you look at these specific returns, what I love about this, these are just specific trades that were brought to you guys. So as I spread this out, let's just look real quickly, and then we'll talk about that 4 hourly RSI. As we look at the specific trades here, these are trades that, and that went from the live here. If you look at this, from the live, these are the live trades still standing. Yeah, we had that one more. I just closed it, so what did it go into? It went into the let's say either the 7-day, 1-day, or the monthly. So in terms of that, yeah, you'll see this now that went into that just logged in, boom, into the past close trade. So I can look at the live trades here, or I can look at, if I just want the last day here, what if I closed in the last day? That would be that $27,000 profit trade. Boom, right there. Very nicely done, and I love this layout. You can look at live trades, and all of you can be trading live, and we can look at all of your live trades to see who's on the leaderboard. Can't wait until this is really flowing. You can see it's really making a lot of progress. Let's finish off with the specifics. In terms of, you say, well, I mean, gosh, what did you just do? Well, we just took, and now we just took at the midpoint. It's not characteristic of me. We've been going in an uptrend. We have a higher level of resistance. We just do. What do we kind of have coming into the mix here? Kind of having, if we wanted to mitigate anything, the 4 hourly. Let's take a look at that RSI and the 4 hourly on Bitcoin. Let's take a look, and congrats to everybody who just booked some money. Congratulations, guys. Nice trade, nice trade. You see how stacking, and you see how that mindset of hedging, right? Hedging in lower, what does it give you? It gives you that ability to push down, to grab that liquidity, and then when you get that 1 in 3 chance, okay? It's a 1 in 3 chance we just participated in. Don't count it as any more, because what are the odds? Well, we went down, we could have kept going down. Oversold, could have continued to the downside. Price could have continued to the downside. It didn't, right? We didn't get that first option. In terms of RSI, what did we get? Well, we got the second option, really nice and clear. We hit oversold, bulls engaged, and bam, we're about back to that mid-level spot, right? That's the second possibility in terms of what can happen. Number 1, sellers continue to sell in oversold. Number 2, we rebound to that mid-level right here. Number 3 is the sweet spot, 1 in 3 chance. We go from the oversold to overbought, and you get a nice run up into the green here through this high level, which would be currently 122,000. If you're holding for that, hey, I've got trades. I'm working along with you. Just wanted to close some so you guys see some live, some more action. I promised you guys I'd be more engaged and more agile in the market. So that's my intention as we look at booking trades or not. Now, in terms of the frequency with which we do book trades, you can see that top trade. Look at this trade. That 135K, you guys know that was 220 grand. So it's not all roses, right? But the 56K, that 56K in terms of this $10,000 account, now at 56K, that helps. It doesn't hurt, right? So closing out on some of the small ones, letting your bigger carry position go along. I'll tell you, and I'll say it again and again, the best traders I know are trading dozens of trades a day. If not, guys, 50 or more. Yes, 50 or more. Some are trading up to over 100, guys, up at 100 or so. So it's not for everybody. What do? We do the 100 rounds. 100 rounds of what? Extremely low leverage, extremely low margin, rather. And we like higher leverage to the extent that it's permissible where you live. We'll say this, and there's a accommodation, but guys, Trump has his own coin. Come on, this is the time to trade. So I'll go ahead and say high leverage, low margin, right, on 100 rounds, meaning that's 100 trades until what? While I'm working with these pattern dynamics on the RSI, a good reason to maybe hold the trade. You guys got that right in terms of holding a trade. We like what we see here. An expanding bottom. You got that. A broadening bottom is by definition what? By definition, it's bullish. We do work with patterns, and that's what, guys, it's a 60-40, it's over a 60% probability of a specific move to the upside. So if we're on the relative strength index looking for any kind of indication, it would be, well, yeah, these typically 60-40, right, move to the upside. I don't want to overplay the specific patterns in the RSI, but they are worth taking a look at. You guys agree? You got it. In terms of that, so we're just really, I'm going to say we're at a, we could call it just stick with the 1/3. I would really recommend that 1/3 chance of going all the way up to this 4 hourly overbought condition. It just is. We've got guys that just stick with that 1/3. I know we're past it, and we can say, well, now we're just 50-50. 50-50 can get you over engaged if you're going to just settle in that 1/3 probability. I've got a 1 in 3 chance of going. It's just going to mitigate back, going to encourage you to hedge your exposure and make things a little bit less risky. Okay, so you're going to get to where you have your 90% trades. You're going to get there. We know which trades those are, pardon, and which levels those occur at. With that said, let's do the following. Let's just take a quick look at the hourly. Let's do that. I was talking about 100 rounds as well. Sorry to interrupt that thought process. The 100 rounds it's 100 trades on, we'll call it high leverage, Low, low, low margin. Guys, can you trade it with $2 per trade? Yeah, $2 a trade. And what happens? With a stop loss, guys, what happens? Well, you blow $2 or what happens? Or you book a positive trade. And when you go through 100 rounds after 100 rounds after 100 rounds and get that volume in, you're going to find that you're booking positive trades. When you can book positive trades 5 in a row, anytime you want to, you can sit down any time of the day and book 5 positive trades. What do? Well, it's time to increase your margin. Right? It's time to go ahead and slightly increase your margin. Let the exchange get comfortable with you, right? Don't blow, guys, you just don't blow your cash trying to make a quick, easy impression. It is for the, guys, it's for the disciplined. Those guys who are making money, consistently every day. You look at them, it's like, well, it was easy yesterday, seems like it, but you might have been sweating through the whole thing. A lot of years of practice go into this in terms of study as well. So if you're in that boat, and you're not quite there in terms of just being at peace and chill with the whole process, please, 100 rounds. And don't just don't knock it until you try it. Get those 5 positive trades. When you can book 5 positive trades anytime at all, hey, increase the margin a little bit. If you're a big-time baller and you're really investing and really trading, congratulations. And, it's a good crowd to be in. In terms of that hourly RSI, pay attention to that upside here. The issue that I have on the hourly is a little bit better defined here. If we look at this preceding, this is kind of a nice rejection here that we got, we got on this support level for Bitcoin coming up at the 116,750 thereabout. That was a nice rejection. Okay, we got a nice rejection on preceding support, turning into a resistance with a bit of a spike there, right? A little bit of a spike. You guys remember that horn top we saw towards the top of Bitcoin? Look at that 4 hourly. You guys want to see that again? That was on the weekly, wasn't it? On the weekly, that horn top. You can't miss that. Let's take a look at this. Aside from the indicator that's on the screen, that's just a wild looking. Let me go ahead and take this indicator off real quickly. That's a horn top. That's something that bulls have got to get up and over on the weekly. Press back to where? Where's the ultimate bull target on the weekly? It's going to be that flat top. Can bulls push back up and over this, and can we create some sort of an ascending triangle on the lines, right? It's going to be on the lines. If we can do it, it would be nice. You see, we're trapped in the level right now, but that horn top, that's the wick, right? Just selling pressure, right? Selling pressure here. That horn top. You kind of start to say, well, hold on. We got some horns here too. Yeah, horn top there as well. So in terms of the hourly, just zoom in on some kind of smaller time frame. I don't want to get too small, but do realize that we've got that upper target in terms of the specific nestled in here, that specific 117, 175. This lower one right in this area was that preceding support to resistance. So you can see we've got a higher target to accomplish, no problem. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to look and you're going to say you may need to go down into a lower time frame. Do we have any what? Downside targets, right? You agree? Yeah, we got to look at, do we have any downside targets, any unfulfilled downside targets? What do you guys think? It's close. You guys agree the specific level here, preceding resistance, flat top resistance, 115,750? It's close. Did we get a good hit? There's going to be some traders that aren't happy with this. You guys know, let's snug that up a little bit, tighten this up. There are some traders that are still waiting on a short to pay to this level. It's a good lesson if you're here and you're within 90% of your return right on that hedge. Let's talk about this hedge. If you're looking at this specific hedge, and I mean you got an inverse head and shoulder, probably a fan dynamic. You guys know that as well. Look at the New York Institute of Finance. But if you are shorting and stacking shorts up and over, and you got to, let's say, a 50% completion to the upside and 90% back down, and your screen turned green. You guys got that right. Your screen turned green. Now, some people are still holding, being like, well, I didn't get an exact throwback. You got 90% of the way there. Absolutely. So this specific inverse head and shoulders, let's go ahead and just measure this so you can see the technical in play. Shout out to the VIP. Luke, what's up, my man? J-Mac, what's up, guy? What's up, No Torque? What's up, dudes? What's going on? I hope you guys are doing well. Luke's on vacation, by the way. He's got some pictures incoming. He'll fill up the VIP room with some family pics, hopefully, and we'll get back there and rolling ASAP. Now, in terms of this, where do we get to? We just struck into that full completion to the upside. These are not standard Fibonacci's. I have them scheduled out every 10%. right? So you see that 50%, if I move this over, that 50% is in teal. There you go, just kind of a bluish color. Everything else is in increments of 10%. Well, I really like to focus on the 50% completion or on that specific 100% completion. So I've crafted these out. You can do that by double clicking and lay these out. Point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, point 6, all the way down to you're going to get up over 2. So 2.2 is going to be the max. That's 2.2 times what? The amplitude of the move. You guys got it right. So that's going to perform twice to guys 200% of the pattern below. We like that quite a bit. What's going on here in terms of the dynamics? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Well, I recommend any time that we're kind of grinding to the upside, get your regression trend out until you become really skilled just visually. Get your regression trend out. Take a look at, okay, we've got lining up with a level of support. You can look at your chart on, let's see, where is this going to be? Under your indicators on MarketHedge.pro, and you're going to see the parallel lines. And I've already got that engaged. The parallel lines, you also have, I'm going to say, supply and demand pivot stack zones all over the place, okay? So you've got a breadth of power available to you in terms of just the core essentials that you're going to be looking at on, and you can see that prior stack zone, the short stack zone right here. It gave it to you, didn't it? You betcha, on the 15-minute. Yeah, and just almost back to it. But yeah, that's a short stack zone, meaning what? Shorts were stacked at that level. Did they pay? You betcha they paid. So congrats to anybody using MarketHedge.pro. In terms of this is available to the public, those charts, these indicators, et cetera, et cetera. Now, this is London. We are currently, guys, going to be looking. I'm going to keep eyes on this for another opportunity to enter, and I'm going to try and bring just a golden opportunity so that you guys can get an email and be like, or get a video and be like, well, maybe I need to consider this. Now, remember, you need to consider it. You need to weigh it. Go to your financial advisor and tell them you're trading crypto on high leverage. They're going to tell you you're crazy. They're going to tell you you're nuts. So if you want to believe them, go for it. If you can handle the heat, then that's VIP, guys. That's VIP. Try your 100 rounds. See if you can handle it. This is London. Congratulations to everybody who is in the money or traded. If you closed it or not, go ahead and push if you want to, guys. It's been a great 24 hours, and Bitcoin has produced. We'll just close it out, and I'll just wish everybody a good week. I think we're starting a new week, and that's a good way to start it with everybody in the green. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for spending about 20 minutes with me, 15 minutes. It was worth it. You guys agree it was worth it. We're getting good TA and good results. You guys keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure on yourself, but not too much. Lighten the load. Make sure never overexposed at any higher price, and always with what? Heavy cash reserves. If you're breaking those rules, guys, time to step away for a second and reevaluate. This is London with Market Hedge.